Hello, kia ora, I'm Philip Duncan. Thanks for joining us for our Friday weather update for September the 1st, the first day of spring on the meteorological calendar. And a lot of people seem very, very happy about that. Let's have a look and see what's going on the animated wind map. We've got high pressure to the east, low pressure up here to the north and out to the west. And that's moving in some rain this weekend and for the start of next week. But the airflows, subtropical for some of us, and over the next few days, it's going to get warmer, and next week as well. There are places that could be in the 20s next week, and overnight lows certainly in the double digits and fewer frosts around the country. So this warmer trend is moving through thanks to this low pressure zone out to the north and the west of us. Over Australia, a colder southerly at the moment for the southeastern corner, much warmer for Western Australia. Let's have a look at the rain for the next 24 hours in New Zealand. Not much, a little bit at the very top of the country, most of it down here in the south, up to 100 millimetres in Fiordland. Otherwise dry for most places. Southland's probably the wettest region, and it's not looking too bad there either. Just a few showers really around the coastal areas. But as we go into the weekend, that rain moves through to the north. This is the 3-day rainfall from Saturday onwards. And so these northern areas, as that northeasterly wind comes through, or easterlies, driving in a bit of wet weather, up to 60 millimetres for some of those areas, like the Western Bay of Plenty and around East Cape. But the totals, they taper off, and it's dry for the lower South Island. And temperature-wise, look at this. The departure from normal on Saturday shows a number of places well above normal, especially through the interior of the South Island, over 8 degrees above average in the mountains, and in the red shading, that's 4 to 8 degrees warmer than normal. The two places that have average temperatures for this time of year, the top of the country and Stewart Island. Those two places bang on normal for this time of year. And quickly looking at Aussie, not much in the way of rain for the next 3 days for you. Maybe an isolated shower in the east, south of Sydney, and a few showers here in the very southwestern corner of Western Australia. Otherwise, it is big and dry. So here we go for Saturday. Here is that big block of high pressure keeping conditions dry in Australia, but you can see a couple of showers there just possible. Over on the New Zealand side, those two lows pretty much merged together, and the airflow coming from around Tonga and down over Northland. And so that's why your Saturday will be warmer than the past few days have been, that's for sure, as that warmer airflow comes in and a bit of wet weather to the very top of the country. By the time we get to Sunday, Western Australia's got that big windy cold front moving in, dry for the rest of Aussie, and then New Zealand's got that low pressure zone now merging into one, and that encourages a rain band here on Sunday to start to slide down the North Island. But there's a lot of high pressure still around the place, so this is a very slow moving, lazy area of low pressure. By Monday, the low weakens further, but the rain band, that front comes further down the North Island with a few isolated heavy falls. That's that area that we were just talking about before, showing some of that rain coming into the top of the country. And it's still subtropical now, sliding right down into the South Island. So it's not going to be a very cold Monday around all of New Zealand, and fairly mild over here in Australia too, with windy northerlies, although that is a cold front coming into Adelaide late morning on Monday. So by Tuesday, late morning, you can see that cold front blasting across Melbourne, and it'll be windy through Bass Strait and also Tasmania. And then you come over to New Zealand, this is lunchtime, and windy nor'westers or northerlies coming down across the country, and that rain from the low that's completely falling apart drives in some patchy sort of stuff across the country. And so by the middle of next week, we're back to westerlies. Eastern areas are back to being sunny and dry and mild. The overnight lows, double digits in the east, and daytime highs, late teens, possibly the early 20s, as a result of this windier westerly. A lot of high pressure over Australia, a lot of low pressure in the Southern Ocean, and please keep an eye out for our Climate Watch update, which is coming out at the end of today, and that talks about how as we go through September, we're expecting to see more high pressure across the top half of the screen here, more low pressure to the south, which is closer to El Nino, but still plenty of rain for Eastern Australia, and that is not so normal. So we've still got a little way to go on that one, but more details about El Nino in spring and September in our Climate Watch update coming out later today, Friday, September the 1st. That is all from me. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.